Okay.
Hey, Rajay. Thanks for coming in, watching right away. She got the baby, so she gonna be in and out. Uh, okay. Come on, Instagram. Take it forever. Did I go live on Instagram? Oh no. Wait. Okay, I'm going. Linking Instagram. Instagram. There you go. Ayata. Yeah. Trent says she's getting set up right now.
Oh, yay, she could join.
I'm here. Be listening. This a family thing. It's a family affair. Rajay is my second oldest niece. You've met her, huh? Probably not. You probably met her when she was small.
Probably. I remember the name. Yeah.
Yeah, probably her and her sister and her brother came out here a while ago when they were small. She ain't small no more. She a mama these days.
A
You,
mother.
you
I
a
know that's
mother.
right.
Yes, honey. So so glad she is able to come through and watch. She said, "Hey guys."
Hey.
We just waiting for Trent to come on through here. Thanks for watching, y'all. If you're just coming through, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to do it. How are you, ladies? As folks is coming in.
I'm doing good. I'm a
Yeah,
little hungover, but I'm
yeah,
doing good.
yeah. What'd you do?
Huh?
What'd you do yesterday?
I went out with Trin and her friend.
That's awesome.
And it was so fun. I had to do it the week after her birthday because I didn't have no
Right.
money. So, but yeah, we
Yeah.
had a good time.
You don't have money. You don't be having money you want to spend.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
got money, but you don't feel like
That's a
spending
better
it.
way to put it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
How are you
Uh,
guys doing?
Doing wonderful. I can't complain. It's busy. Life be life in.
Mhm.
Disclaimer: if you're watching and you have children, there will be profanity and bad words and things. And for you Christians that don't like bad words, this ain't for you. So turn it off right now.
I love bad words.
Me too. I know it ain't right, but I like to cuss. It feels good to get it out.
Yeah.
So while Trina is getting her life together, I am going to get this first clip up. So the you lady said, so Tia said she wanted to talk about 50-50 relationships.
Hmm.
And Trent sent me a video. Nice. RJ said my headphones are in. Nice. Take care of business. She sent me a clip from a woman. So I watched a couple of clips just to get a better understanding of what we're gonna be talking about today.
Mhm.
But another viewer sent me this first quick clip.
Okay, I shared the link.
You shared the link, okay? As we okay, I'm gonna give Trent a couple more minutes to come in. Oh, whoops, I did that wrong. There you go. Give Trent a few more minutes, and then we'll do our intro and all that stuff. So, oh yeah, how are you? Didn't say how you were doing.
I'm good. I'm just sleepy. But I'm good. I just been busy. So it made me sleepy. I've been on autopilot the past few days.
What
But
you
the
been
house is
out
burnt up.
doing?
Huh?
What you been out to? You heard me, huh?
First off, nothing bad. Nothing bad. All in bettering myself and not take work. But I've been on autopilot, but obviously not that bad because the house ain't burnt up.
Ain't burning up.
So my autopilot is looking pretty classy. But I have been on autopilot. I don't know if I'm coming or going.
Yeah. Sometimes it be like that. Sometimes you just hey baby.
Best friend.
Sometimes you just gotta keep it moving, even when it's feeling like where am I going? Just keep moving.
That's pretty much what I've been doing.
So we are on episode 2 of Wifery Garden. Woo!
That's so cute.
Y'all love that.
I love that. It's so cute.
I gotta send this to a couple more people. This link before I forget. Um, Trend, we everybody checked in. How you been? Trend, how you been?
Hey,
Are you sleeping?
fantastic.
Are you just? She just got off work. Thank you, ladies, for coming in and doing this in y'all's busy lives. We ain't like most folks where YouTube is their whole life.
Oh man.
Which one day it may be that way one day where it's like where it's paying bread. But for right now, we got real lives and real jobs and stuff that we got put most of our energy into because it's paying. But y'all are here. Thank you so much for showing up, y'all's beautiful faces. Tay said, "Hey guys, I need an advice that would get my girlfriend. Should I get my girlfriend for her birthday next week?"
Money.
Money is always perfect.
A money bouquet.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Or
that's
flowers. Oh, every
With
girl likes
money like a
flowers.
flower.
Even when they say they don't like flowers, they like flowers. They just don't think you're gonna get it for them.
I don't.
Really?
I do. I'll say I'll change my mind. I've matured. I'll accept flowers because they are beautiful, but that's not like my main request. If I can't eat it,
Oh, okay.
that's just me though. But I do think flowers are beautiful. I love to smell them and they're so beautiful. But when they're like real, they molt and they get everywhere.
Mm.
Trent, you're a good gifter. What would you suggest this gentleman get his girlfriend for her birthday?
Y'all know I like sentimental stuff.
Yeah, that's
So-
what I'm saying.
I be Googling
Yeah. Oh, that's smart. Yes. Google is your friend.
pictures of you and her and like putting it on a blanket or something like that.
That's smart.
Oh, that's cute.
That's cute.
Yeah. That's
With some
smart.
chocolate.
Chocolate is everybody friend. Sometimes chocolate be as good as sex. I'm sorry. Sometimes it just be like it just hits.
I think I like aesthetic gifts, like gifts that make me like I could put around the house, like and look at all the time, or
That's
like
smart.
something I could wear.
Mm-hmm.
Give me
That's
money,
smart.
I could go buy what I want.
Tay said, "Does a bouquet of flowers with chocolate and pictures of us sound good?"
Yes,
Yeah. That's
so
very
romantic.
That's cute.
Sounds good. Yes, that sounds really good. Hey, Rob. Rob says, "Hello, all. I am interested in this topic as a married woman, as a married man. I'm sorry. Yes, so are we. Yes. Myself as a married woman, I too am fascinated by this topic because it's crazy that people even have this debate. So before we get into the 50-50 relationships, this first clip I have was sent by a fan." And I wanted to get y'all's perspective on it. Let me make sure sound is on that y'all can hear and everything.
Because he ain't got no money, you left him.
Yeah,
Can
we
y'all hear
can.
it? Okay.
That ain't right. I don't like that.
If he's making more money than me, I mean, if I'm making more money than him,
You should help him get some more money.
I should. How am I gonna do that though? If I have my own career, I'm doing what I'm doing.
A woman's supposed to be a helpmate.
I feel like a man is supposed to be that for a girl.
A man's supposed to be a leader.
You right?
You're supposed to help him be a better leader.
I don't know. So I was in the wrong. Now I'm the bad guy. I'm always the bad guy.
Oh, you looking for a daddy?
I ain't looking for a daddy. I got my own money. I got my own money. I could do what I do, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't need a guy for money.
If you want one.
I want a man to be stable. If I was to leave him, I want him to
So
be.
he wasn't stable.
He was okay, but I was making more than him.
So he was stable though.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
So why you leaving then? You said you just want.
Because he wasn't doing better than me. I need a guy doing better than me, and if he's not doing better than me, then
I guess.
everybody's different. Everybody's different. I just feel like that's how it is, man.
I feel like it would have been more real if you'd have helped him get to where you wanted him to be.
Y'all want these guys. I feel like guys want that love story. Like, I feel like guys want us females to be with them in the trap, do what they do, and then when shit goes downhill.
No, nobody want that. You want that. You could have helped him outside of the trap. You could have helped him get a barber license or anything.
He was good at that, but he could have did that himself. He could have went to school. He could have did that himself. I would have encouraged him. I'm not his mom. I'm not gonna carry him and go do this and this. I feel like I need a man.
Being a mom.
Nah, he was looking for a mom. You said I was looking for a dad. No, he was looking for a mom.
Maybe that's why y'all was together.
Man, hell nah.
What y'all think about that?
I'll let y'all go first.
No, you go first.
No, because go ahead. I want to see.
I will say that he was speaking so soft, but I completely agree with him. I think women don't understand that men need a woman. And I sent a video. All you ladies are in the part of the Holy Ghost flock in the school community, and I added a video in there where Myron Golden is saying a woman's job is to, we date men for potential and we just expect them to develop, but don't realize our job is to help them. Oh, I'm not his mom. No, you're not his mother. You're more than his mother. You're going to be doing more for him than his mother has ever done. Understand this. You understand what I'm saying? Because at a point, a mother stops doing things for a grown man because that becomes his wife's job. I'm not talking about washing clothes and that things of that nature. I'm talking about helping him. If you know what I mean. Some men, depending on where his strengths lie, if his strengths ain't your strengths, that you using your strengths to help improve his in the areas that he's lacking, and vice versa. His strengths are designed to help fill in the gaps that you have. And there's been times I have helped my husband fill applications and updated resumes because if he's already working, everybody don't have time to do that. So that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for, to help him, to help him up his game. Women don't want to do that because they don't feel like they should have to. But he's supposed to come home and provide and be, do all these things for you, give you stuff on every holiday and anniversaries and but we ain't supposed to put in no effort to help the brother develop and mature, and not even mature, but help him up his game. That's like he said that you could have helped him. She's like, oh, he could have did that, but she wanted a man with more money than her. But what, you know what I mean? I want him to be doing better than me. Just because he got more money than me, doesn't mean he's going to be doing better than you. So that's my thoughts on that.
I think that the part that women aren't told when it comes to wanting a man when he's the finished product is how much more they suck. A lot of times when men are the finished product, they suck. Or they think they're the finished. He's there because they mainly be talking about money. So that's what I mean when I say finished product. They don't really be talking about nothing else. But if we're talking about, as far as a man being a finished product, they really don't tell how, a lot of the men be gay.
Arrogant. Oh.
Y'all know I've been, working for Porsche and working, in hospitality and everything. So I see those sides and I have conversation with those people. So a lot of them men are gay. A lot of them are cheaters. A lot of them are abusive. A lot of them are the controlling that women swear they don't want. But if he got money, she'll take a controlling man if he got money. I was telling Tia about how yesterday I was telling her when a man has money, a woman becomes very understanding. So all of the things that she wasn't accepting with the broke dude and the stable guy, she will most definitely accept when he got some money. But yeah, that's the part that I don't tell. So when they got women that's like, oh yeah, I want a man who make all that money, he not gonna have no time for you.
Yep.
He gonna come and go as he please, maybe in a literal sense. He gonna be treating you like crap, and because you've let it be known that that you want someone pretty much better than you, that's exactly how he's gonna treat you. But that's the part that they don't really tell women. So
that's a good read. Now y'all know me with money. Okay, oh, there's some things I'm going to put up with. I'm not going to hold you up. But, but I think when, like, we're expecting, like, when men are like him, for instance, like, he's like saying, like, oh, yeah, well, why not help him? Why not do this and why not do that? Like, he's asking this from, like, a girlfriend perspective, or, like, because, of course, when you're with somebody, like, you should be, like, encouraging them to do the things that they're good at. You should be, helping them be a better person just by you being you. But I'm not going out of my way to help a grown man do some stuff that he should have already been doing. We would, like, I'm not, like, for what? Like, without, as a girlfriend? Like, you're not.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I agree. Not as a girlfriend, no. But as a wife, yes.
But I'm not doing all that as your girlfriend. So we should just be having a good time, getting to know each other and all this.
Yeah.
You need my help to pay bills. And then my thing is like, or you need my help to be a better you as your girlfriend. I don't know. But I'm also like, I get what she's saying by wanting somebody that you want them to be doing better than you financially. Because when you get with the man who you're doing better than, especially if they know it, the key is don't be letting them know.
Yeah.
But if they know that you're making more money than them, they're going to have some low key, like, hostility towards you, or it might be high key. They might become abusive. They might be trying to humble you. They're going to be trying to. So there's so many, like Trent said, there's so many different factors to it. It's like, I get what she's saying. So yeah.
Ate said, gotta say that I agree 100%. I feel like relationship is being there to care for each other and not one-sided care. Amen.
Mm-hmm.
And Rajay said when Trent was talking, she ain't lying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yes. Hira, you have not responded, darling.
I guess because the part that I was really stuck on is like when they talk about in relationships where that like whole mother-father thing, that mother-father dynamic, where you're with a man or where you're with a woman and you expect them to kind of be like your parent and pay for this and pay for that and pay for this and pay for that. Because it's like, for me, I guess what I'm thinking about is like, now that I'm standing on my own and I'm doing it by myself, for me to kind of get in a relationship and be like, oh, well, now I want to be fully taken care of and I want you to do everything for me, will kind of be crazy. A little bit. Like, coming out of doing everything for myself and then going and being like, you know what? I don't want to do everything for myself anymore. I want you to be my dad. It's kind of weird. Like, this is the main thing that's the main thing I was just sitting here thinking about. Is this weird?
Yeah. But that's not what women are supposed. You're not supposed to like give up on life now that you have a man. It's just,
I feel like that's what a lot of them.
Yeah.
Like a lot of them want to kind of like when they get a man, be like, oh well, now I can lay on my back.
Yeah.
And not do anything for myself anymore because he's gonna take care of and provide and all that stuff. But like when you put so much dependency in somebody, what about when they say no?
Right.
They're like, where are you then? If they say no to you and you become dependent on them, because you could be with an evil man and he'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna make her fully dependent on me, and then one day I'm just tell her no and watch her go crazy because now she don't got nothing. Because she done gave everything away to me, and I have complete control and power over her in her life and her finances and the way that she operates. Because it's cool to be pampered and all that, but if you can't stand on your own,
it's the fact. It's true. That's what I think the misconception a lot of women have, especially when they think they're going to get a rich man. That's why I think a lot of women want a rich man, because they think they just going to, now I don't got to do nothing. I could just spend the money. But like you said, if he got that much control over over the finances, he could very well, remove resources and you be stuck. We seen it happen. Like you got credit cards, he can cut off your credit cards where you get loans and all kind of stuff going madness. What a man says, sometimes it's too late to be requesting boundaries after
Facts.
That's it. That's what it is. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's the biggest boundary that really be messing up the whole thing for a lot of folks, I think, because women, like Hyra said, a lot of women feel like, now I can just lay on my back, and a lot of women are laying on their back before they get married, doing a whole lot more than laying on their back before they get married, and then wondering why stuff is disheveled, and he's acting funny, and when all this trust issues and all kinds of stuff is because there's no real commitment. And so men ain't stupid. Men are like, well, you playing games, so I'm gonna play games too, and it go vice versa. And there is so much to that stuff with all of that. So I'm gonna show a little bit of this with, I keep wanting to call him, it's Stephen Speaks. It's Stephen Speaks.
Oh, the guy with the dreads.
Yeah. Not it's Stephen Speaks.
No, I was saying I thought it was Stefan, but you could.
Stefan. I was saying I would call him Steven Speaks, Stephen Speaks, something. Y'all know who I'm talking about. This brother with the dreadlocks. He's so interesting. He gives a lot of good advice and stuff, but he is not married.
He's been doing it for a very long time.
He's been doing it for a long time, but he had a lot of really good points in this video. So we are gonna watch a quick clip of this and discuss.
Which now turns into attitudes, for some other issues that I will mention later on in this. Real. It's not real. It's a figment of our imagination.
He's saying 50-50
One other
relationship
point I
ain't
would
real.
make is that because of life throwing different things at us, we are naturally going to have different moments where one may be required to give more than the other due to certain circumstances. Someone is sick, maybe someone got laid off, whatever the case may be, right? So again, it never really stays 50-50 anyway. So pushing for that, I just feel like it's a setup for some other issues that I will mention later on in this video, all right? And a lot of frustration and resentment, because once one of the parties feels, not even accurately can pinpoint, but feels that they're doing more than the other, we now have conflict, all right? And again, it may not even be that they actually are doing more, but let's just say that man feels like the burden has actually been more on him. And he comes on you like, I'm the one always doing this. And you're like, how dare you? Like, because to you, if anyone's been doing more, it was you. But you guys have your own perception of it because you're basing it off of feelings, because there's no actual way to quantify it. There's no way to prove, no, I actually did more than you. So again, it becomes this pointless battle, which now turns into attitudes, resentment. Now intimacy takes a hit because we're not feeling each other, snowballs into all kinds of other issues. All right, let's move on. So the second reason why you should avoid men who want 50-50 relationships, and it perfectly connects with point number one, is that in the vast majority of cases, the burden is going to shift to you as a woman anyway. So think about what I mentioned with the children, okay? Think about doing things around the house, cleaning, things of that nature.
Okay, we'll watch some more of that in a minute, but what are y'all's thoughts about what little y'all saw?
We'll start watching Stefan Speaks. I'm talking about, that's what I've been saying. Like, you just said it.
Yes.
Yeah, he's right. Because the woman, we do be taking the stuff. I mean, I don't get stressed out about somebody else's stuff, which I need to. But I mean, but you know, like he kind of could be coming to you, complaining to you. You gotta listen to all his problems, pretend like you care, help him out, you know. And then you're gonna have to be. And then when you get married, you're gonna have to be cooking and cleaning and doing all that. So yeah, he's right. Like it's never just gonna be 50-50. So yeah, men shouldn't want that. I like
and
it.
what he does mention later on in the video is that the reason why it sways more toward the woman is because, like I've said over and over again, because when the man does help, she doesn't like how he helps, and she ends up doing it herself anyway. If she don't like how he's playing with the kids, if she don't like how he do dishes, if she don't like how he clean whatever, she'll say, I'll just do it myself. When the man, you know what I mean? I think a lot of women have that issue that we'll, ask a man to do something and not like the way he doing it. Like he ain't doing it the way we want him to do it. That ain't how that work, lady. You gotta let the man do it how he do it. And mind your business. I had to keep reminding myself that. It had to get to a point where he was doing stuff. I could get the hell out because I don't even want to see. Let me just mind my business, let him do his thing. But that's it. That's what it be. Like it can't be 50-50 because women want things a certain way a lot of times. And I'm sure there are men that way too, that want things done a certain way a lot of times and aren't willing to allow the spouse to do things their way. Rajay said that's how I felt with my baby father. What a man says, when both partners come from humble beginnings, percentages are more irrelevant because the past, it was 0-0. Right? If that makes sense. It make perfect sense to me. Make perfect sense to me. What do you ladies think?
I agree. I'm like, after living, you live by yourself for so long, I'm down for whatever. I just need some. We can help.
Yeah.
You can help.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm not fully opposed to it, just because it's not really just financially.
Yeah.
And I've been told by actually a couple of men that a man who like genuinely is like caring and who really wants the best for him and his partner, it's only 50-50 for a certain amount of time.
Yeah, that's what he says.
Like that's what I've been told. Like it's not where he wanted to do 50-50 forever. It's literally like 50-50 so we could save up as much money as ever, and so that eventually you don't have to work. Because he does, and towards the end he really doesn't want you to be working like that. That's what I've been told by men. That's the purpose of the 50-50.
Right, temporary. That's what he said. It should be temporary.
I mean, I just feel like, I agree with what he said, to be honest. Like, it's never going to be fully, like, one way or the other. Like, having I don't know, how do you say, like, a standard for it to be a certain way, like a plan, it's just not always going to go that way. Because, like he mentioned, sickness or, like, certain things, like, happen. Like, there's things that just happen in life where it's not always going to be 50-50 with everything that you do.
Oh, yeah.
I think a lot of this stuff,
I guess, like, arguing about that or breaking up over that is kind of, like, unrealistic because it just happens that way.
Yeah.
Is your internet first up? Is it my internet or yours?
What'd you say, Tia? What were you about to say?
I didn't mean to cut you off. It paused, so I don't know if
it was pausing. Yeah.
No, I think I was done talking, but it like cut off again. I don't know. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, no, I was gonna say, like, I think the like it's 50-50 if we just base it like off of the financial stuff, like minus the other stuff. When I was younger, I think that I would be a lot more open to having like a 50-50, like as far as financial marriage when I was younger. Because we both figuring stuff out. We both figuring life out. Like, let's figure it out together. Let's help each other. Let's do all that. I'm now messing with men that are like 32 plus. So what you been doing this whole time? Where you ain't get ready for a wife. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right, right.
And I'm probably going to get married like when I'm like 35. He's more than likely going to be older than me. So it's like you're almost 40 and you ain't ready to take care of him. I don't know. So I think all men would do like where they would take care of their woman fully financially if they could.
Yeah.
So the men that are just hell bent on, and I'm just talking about financially, the men that are like hell bent on, no, it has to be 50-50, 50-50. They just never see themselves being a full term provider, and that's on them and Jesus.
Right. He talks more about that deeper in the video, where he's saying men who want to go 50-50 and women who want to go 50-50, usually there's a space, it's coming from an unhealed space. Usually, like if that's what their standard is, because any man that truly cares for a woman wants to take care of her. It's like it's embedded in his nature as a man to want to take care of a woman, to want to take care of his family, to protect her, to provide. And yeah, it's in a man's nature. So if a man isn't doing that, he's saying if a man isn't coming out the gate like ready to provide, he's really not feeling you all like that.
Preach.
So
Facts. That's the same way like on dates.
Yeah.
Have y'all ever had somebody you go on a date with somebody and then they're like, oh yeah, like let's go Dutch. Like
never.
You know, you pay.
And I wouldn't mind either, but I've never had that.
She said dudes be telling her put her money away.
I would be like, oh, you know, I don't mind. I don't be tripping. I pay a little $10, $12, $15. They be like, oh hell no, put that away. They be offended. I never had a man that has to go Dutch.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've been married since I was an adolescent, so and I was doing things without dates, doing sexual favors without a date. So don't do that. That's dumb. It's dumb. What you gonna say, Hyra?
What?
Was you gonna say something?
No, I wasn't gonna say something. I'm just laughing at y'all.
Yeah. But that's pretty much where he breaks down the all those things about people being unhealthy if that's their goal to be in a 50-50 relationship. And the financial 50-50 is a little bit more, if that's where your mind is 50-50 financially, okay, I can understand. But it's like I'm not okay. So then there's the dating and marriage discrepancy, right? Where a lot of these requirements people are making, they're talking about in dating. A lot of folks ain't talking about this in marriage. This is really a lot of times a dating issue, 50-50 in dating, where they're, now we're living together now. Now the debate is, are we going half and half on bills and all that stuff? I'm like, once you're married, it should be what's yours is mine and what's mine is yours. So it should be, whatever money we get, the bills are going to get paid. It shouldn't be like, oh, you got to put half in here and I'll put half into this. Folks got to understand that how their partner's financial situation, number one, and be considerate toward that, and like be realistic. Like he talks about that too, where 50-50, where if $2,000 rent and one spouse paying $1,000, the other spouse paying $1,000, but one make $100,000 a year and the other make $50,000 a year, is that fair?
Right.
Is that because it's not the same breakdown in how much the person, each person is paying. The percentages don't match. So yeah, all that stuff is like, you pay the rent. If you make the most money, you should pay the bulk of the bills, male or female, whomever. If you're making the most income, you should be paying the bulk of the bills, and the other one can pay the little bills. That's if you make less money, you should be able to pay the little bills, and then whatever's left over, we should be able to do whatever we need to do with that, whatever's left over after the bills are paid. That's, for me, that makes the most sense.
Yeah. But what I hate about these types of conversations is like as if there's like some handbook on how a relationship is supposed to be. Like, I don't, that's why I don't like, relationship gurus and all that stuff, because it's it just trains people to think that a relationship is supposed to go one specific way. Like, why do it matter if Tanya and Tim go 50-50 and Larry and Monet go 70? Why does it matter? Like, I feel like it's become a thing of it mattering, for the sole purpose of people being able to show it on social media.
Facts.
I think that's the only reason why it's become such a, oh, it's important if we go 50. Like, that's the only reason why I've seen it, why I realize that it matters, because it's like, no woman now how social media is going doesn't really want to brag about going 50-50, but it's like, who cares? Why do you feel like you're gonna have to tell your relationship how your relationship's going on social like people are, I think, specifically looking for certain types of relationships so that they can explain themselves to people and on social media. Like, why does it matter? Who cares? I'm so over these conversations.
Yeah. Like women having to explain whether or not they want to be a housewife, men wanting to be the provider. And it's like, in some cases, sometimes the woman is the breadwinner. If she has the best career, making the most money, why wouldn't she want to be out there hustling while her husband does whatever it is he does, whether that's taking care of the home and the kids? I don't think that should be a problem. Like you said, it shouldn't be a comparison to how everybody else's relationship is going. It should be move in your skill set, move where your strengths are. If you a lawyer and you making the bulk of the money and you got a partner who is, they money ain't hitting like yours is, you want to be the one out there making the money. Normally, especially if you got a woman that enjoys her profession, and because every woman ain't a mother. I feel like I had kids, but I was not really a mothering type. I tried that stay-at-home mom thing. I lasted for 6 months because I'm like, Lord Jesus, I'm not a mothering kind of lady, like the cooking and the cleaning. I'm more cooking and cleaning now these days than I ever was, probably. But when I had small children, it was like, ooh, I'd rather be at work. Bring me to work, send me to work, because I was making good money grooming. Grooming was good money. We was making anywhere from $800 to $1,100 a week doing grooming. So it's like, why not be out there hustling? And when I was doing it, I did enjoy it. And again, move in your skill set. Don't let like Trent said, don't let society dictate your relationship for you based on what societal norms. You got to move where you and your spouse, where y'all's strengths lie. What a man said, a lot of our comparing to past generations. Because there was a time that it was where women really couldn't work and men had to be the providers. But it's, as we know, we're in different times. Polaris came through. I feel like we are better off waiting for marriage to become one flesh, because before then we can keep our independence, and after marriage we shouldn't look at it as mine and yours. I love that. Oh, he said a lot are comparing. Gotcha. Yeah, it's the truth. It's not going to look like it did 50 years ago because professions have changed. People's education, money has changed.
Was $50 back then. Now it's the arm, a leg, and the rest of your body parts. It's different times, child.
Polaris said, not that I did it that way, but if I had to do it over again. Wait, we all been there, Miss Polaris. Don't trip. We all been there. And that's why we teaching these young folks to do it. Don't do it like we did it. Don't get pregnant first, then get married if you can. If you can do it right in the right order, please do so. Howard, if you say nothing, you have any thoughts about that?
I was just gonna say that I definitely agree with what Trent said, like with the relationships and how they bring it up and they say like it's supposed to be like this and it's supposed to be like that. Because when I first seen like that this was gonna be the topic, the first thing I thought was like, I don't know. Like, I don't know how it should be or like what it should be, to be honest. Like that's not what I was really thinking about, because like like now I'm not in a relationship. And the only thing I could use was my own experience of doing everything myself. So it's like, if I was to get into a relationship, of course it'd be different. But I guess like I didn't really think much about it, I guess, like that, because I'm not comparing myself to anybody anymore and saying like, I want a relationship like them and I want to look like them and I want to have what they have. Because you never know what they really have. Behind social media. Like they be on social media like, whatever. Soon as the camera's cut, he beating her or she beating him. Like, you know, it's like, so now I feel like now that I've gotten rid of that comparison, I don't know how it should be. I don't know what I want. I don't know where I'm going to be in the next, you know, few years when I get into a relationship, how I want it to look, how I want it to feel. I don't know.
That's real.
So, like that's the first thing I thought about.
That's good. That's so true. That a guy when I want a wife like you. No, you don't. You don't know what my husband got to put up with. don't you know what I mean? Like we in my marriage, we have peace because we are able to deal with things in each other that other people would not tolerate. So it ain't even no point to even discuss it. You know what I mean? Ain't no point to even complain about stuff because I'm willing to put up with things in my husband and he's willing to put up with things in me that would probably be a problem for other folks. We talking to some person getting a divorce talking about, oh yeah, come home every day and the house ain't clean. Like, nigga, if we was married based on the clean house, we would not be married. Come on now. If that's what marriage was based on, we would not be here today. So people got to decide for themselves what they're willing to deal with and tolerate in their person, because your person is going to have baggage. You got to decide, like, okay, am I willing to put up with what this person's baggage is? Can I handle this? And you know, it's a discussion you got to have with the Lord and yourself, because it's gonna be like this healed and all that stuff. That sound real good. Be healed. But everybody gonna come in a little broken. It just is. Even and when you get into a relationship, they're going to expose any brokenness in you that you didn't even know was there.
Yep.
So, like, let's be real. Clean, come home every day and it ain't clean. Nigga, please. Please, if that's what it had to do, I'm like, y'all can see my junk right here in the corner with my papers stacked. Okay, I mean, having to pray for my husband. Pray, help him, Lord, deal with me. People need to stop playing. To want a wife like you. No, you don't, nigga. You don't know nothing about me. You don't know what this come with.
Yeah, you just never know. And it's like now people are like Trish said, like with the whole everyone be broadcasting their relationships online and what they want things to look like and how they want everyone to see them. And it's like you just never know. Like now when I see relationships, I'm not a person that really gets jealous of people online because I don't know what they look like when they're offline. Like I had to stop doing that because like now it's so easy. Like our generation is so easy to like look up somebody and be like, wow, I wish I had what they had. But in reality, you don't know what they have. Like, and it's like, I feel like that's why a lot of people trip themselves up because they want to be like the next person so bad. And then they realize that that's not even what they really wanted. So like now that I've been clean from comparisons, I be saying, I don't know. They be like, well, do you want this kind of relationship? I don't know what kind of person I'm even going to marry. Like, I don't know. And I'm okay with saying I don't know now. I'm not one to try to sit here and act like I know everything about stuff now. I don't know.
Right?
And I'm okay with that.
I know that's right.
Mm-hmm.
That is hilarious. Okay, do you guys have any last thoughts before we go on to the next clip? No.
It was red, honey. It was red.
Right, that's it, honey. Trend sent me this next topic. Stop taking advice from married women.
Stop taking advice from married women. Okay.
We're gonna watch a little bit of this lady going ham on married women, okay?
Ooh.
She's spitting facts though. Oh, okay. I'll go from the beginning.
Her for life just because she is married, as if that is the sole qualifier. Hello.
Okay.
Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Tanika. My channel focuses on fashion, travel, and beauty. And today we are going to be yapping, okay? Because that is what I do best. And this is Closet Confessions, where I just come and talk about something that's on my mind today or this week. And let me tell y'all, I am so annoyed. I am so annoyed right now. I was like, you know what? Go in the closet and turn the camera on right now. Why do y'all ask married people for advice as if they are experts? No, I'm serious. So I had a friend that just came and told me that she asked a married woman for some advice on her situationship that she's navigating. And I'm like, why would you ask her that? It just doesn't make any sense. First of all, you could have came to me because you know I'm going to keep it real. But why would you ask her specifically that? And this person is not my friend, but she is the friend of my friend. But it's like, girl, you know that her life is not the kind of life that you want. And she's like, yeah, but she's married. And so what? That doesn't qualify her to give quality relationship advice. In order to give quality relationship advice, first and foremost, you need to be in a quality relationship. Just because you are married doesn't mean that you're in a quality relationship. By societal standards, people just like put marriage on a pedestal as if somebody has won something, and then they demonize and villainize singleness as if it is a societal failure, especially when it comes to women. And I just hate, it just grinds my gears when single women like are a part of that fiasco. Like, why are you a part of the fiasco? Why are you conferring with this woman and you know this man is cheating on her? You know that she is in a financial strain in this relationship. I mean, some of it is societal and systemic, right? And some of it is global, the financial parts, right? But like, you know what she's going through in her relationship. So why would you then ask her as if she's going to give you some sage advice? She has not been able to reflect in any quality way about all the shortcomings in her own marriage. And then what really pisses me off about this situation is my friend is just like, well, but at the end of the day, she's married and I want to be married. Girl, it's people that's walking around with cars and I might want a car, but I'm going to vet that person before I ask them how they got that car. They could be renting that car from Enterprise or Hertz. They could be leasing that car. They could have saved up money for 20 years or something that I don't want to do just to get that car. They could have sold their house to get that car. That could literally not be their car. They could be sharing that car. Like, there's just so many things about this situation that you need to vet. Being married alone does not qualify you to give relationship advice that is quality advice. It does not. And what really pisses me off is this person is the type of person that when they were married for like 5 months, 6 months, first of all, when they were engaged, they started doing a series on how to get engaged and how to find a man. And, you know, it's just like, how to find a man? You can literally walk out. I'm going to tell you how to find a man. You want to know how to find a man? Walk out your door, look left and right, and the first man that comes upon you, bam, I want you to seduce him. You probably don't even have to do that. All you have to do is say hello or hi. I guarantee you can get a man. People are not asking how to get any man. People know how to get any man. People know how to get the man that you are married to. There are people that said no to that man because a lot of women who are single, it is not because they are just like undesirable and they're throwaways. That is not the case. It is because, first of all, there are not enough high quality men out here. And I hate using that phrase because it's such a phrase of the internet and so polarizing. Right? Because there are people who don't necessarily have high paying jobs because of systemic poverty and challenges. That doesn't make them low quality. But we are not going to sit here and act like there are not specifically Black women who are highly educated, who have a lot going on for themselves, who were socialized to be highly educated, to be responsible, to have all of these qualities of like, you know, a productive member of society, active in our civil duties around voting, active in our communities, taking care of the world around us, oftentimes at the detriment of ourselves. And then when it's time to look for a partner, right, we know that there are systemic reasons, honey. We know that there are over 1 million Black men who are incarcerated. We're not going to sit here and act like we don't know that there are systems in place. But these women are not looking to just find a man.
What y'all think about that?
I agree.
I never thought of that. Never. I never thought of like, oh, don't take relationship advice from married women. And I'm shocked. So go ahead. Yeah.
I feel like she put a lot of light onto what kind of married woman you're trying to ask. Like we were saying, kind of analyzing the situation. Again, you don't know what that person really got going on. And when she said that you're asking somebody you don't even like what they got, it's kind of like,
yeah.
So it's like, why are you even putting it in there to ask? Like, you're putting her on a pedestal because she's married. Like, anybody can really get married. Realistically, anybody can get married. But to have a real, marriage that people actually, want to have and want to be a part of takes a little bit more work than that. But she definitely put it into perspective. Like, the first time, when I first seen the title, I was like, what does that mean? But she went into depth about it, and it makes sense what she said.
Oh, yeah. RJ said, I agree 100%. RJ said, I'll be careful who I take advice from. Amen, sister. I will say, y'all know my mother-in-law. She may not have the relationship I want to mimic, but her advice when we first got married was very helpful because it was more like, is he calling you nappy headed bitch? Is he hitting? No, ma'am. Then you all right. You know what I mean? It was just plain and simple as that. If he ain't doing
does he what?
Is he whooping on you? Is he call you a nappy headed bitch? No.
Oh.
No, ma'am, he is not. Then you all right. You can handle it, right? Because she like, if it ain't like what I got going on, you be okay. And I had to put everything into perspective. It was like, she absolutely right. My husband isn't grimy. He isn't doing grimy stuff. He isn't disrespectful. He isn't violent. So what am I complaining about? Especially in my young days, because you get married, that stuff be hard. It was hard, and I was young. So, again, it may not be the situation you want to mimic, but if you got somebody in your life that could be real with you, like, you may not, if you don't want the situation I got, then you better take these precautions and be looking out for these things. And so yeah, that's what I would say about that. Yeah. And like she said, these like she said, they've been married 6 months, start a program, how to find a man.
That got me.
Yes, that's what they be doing, making bread too. Because I have I've seen folks that knew me in high school when I did get married, and I told them it was God that did it. Rajay talks about that, where she tell people God helped her, and people don't believe her. I've had people see me change, see the transition, and I tell them God did this. God is the only reason, and they don't believe it. They don't believe that it was God that made my situation possible, because everybody's not wife material necessarily or husband material, but when God says something and puts something in place, miracles happen. Miracles happen. What a man said, that's just like being single, talking about how to be in a committed relationship, which Stephen Speaks, the gentleman when we first watched with the dreadlocks, is what he do. And he is not married. I wonder if him and Dr. Cheyenne ever thought about.
I hope not. She's irritating.
Rajay said she got a question. I got a question. What if I don't want a husband? I can be like Jesus. Oh yeah, you could, but we know we all gotta be real. Let's be real. Let's see. Rajay said, well, not like him, but his situation. Oh yeah, that's absolutely, you could. And so that means no sex. If you're absolutely comfortable with living your life without any sexual encounters, without any sexual intimacy, you absolutely can live your life without a husband. Without any kind of dating, without any kind of intimacy. If you're comfortable with that, it absolutely can be done. But like you said, you're gonna be living like Jesus. But that's why he died at 33. He was gone at 33.
You ain't right.
Yeah, he when it was his time to go, he said he ready to go. He wasn't living 30, 40, 50 years without a wife. So Rajay said, I want to be alone. I think after 3 kids, I'm tired of men traumatizing. Understandable. Very understandable. Too much, I swear. That's the truth. I mean, it might not be right. B came through. Hey, B. Yeah, she got a little emoji saying
it's a head slap emoji.
It's a head slap. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, yeah. Because folks, that sound real good. That sound real good. Yeah, I don't want no man to be by myself, but let the first one come along, smell good, say the right things to you, buy you lunch or something. You're gonna be rethinking that whole shit. Renee. Oh yeah, the YouTubers. Renee got a channel. She got a reaction channel. Y'all check her out. Let's be real, because come on now, we could do that. You could play that game if you want to, but you're the cool la gonna be calling for the D.
You're so close.
Am I lying? How long is it? How long is it really? Can you go before you start calling? You smell don't let a dude walk past you like, damn, he smelled good.
Trent, that was me yesterday. You remember when that guy came up to me at the bar? I'm like, smell good.
and he was funny.
He was fun. I was like, girl, that in your mouth. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that nigga have you that throwback laugh. Oh yes, you gonna be sad. You'll start thinking like, maybe I do kind of want a husband. I mean, I think it's okay to feel like that now. Yes, that's where the mindset should be. Absolutely, focus on yourself, not focus on getting a husband. Absolutely, and that's what I told Rajay when we was talking. You absolutely correct. That should be your mindset right now. I don't want nothing right now. That's the place you have to be in when you're single. Not wanting it. I'm not, but when the Lord's, but being willing and open to if the Lord says this is your time. Renee said, when I was a teenager, I thought I wanted kids, but I did not care to have a husband. Can you tell I am the product of a broken marriage? I know that's right. But Renee's married. She's married, so like that was her time. She didn't want that stuff at that time, but she's married now. Okay. What the man said, throwback laugh. Said that all changed when I thought I found the right guy.
Oh,
there you go. Thanks, Renee. Yes, the truth. What are you ladies thinking?
I think all advice should be taken with a grain of salt. But I think, like, as far as, say, if you do like premarital counseling, I would require you would have to be married at least 20 years.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
At least if I'm doing, like marital counseling and things of that nature. Now, that as far as like advice, like, yeah, I don't mind taking advice from a single person as far as, learning on how to be a better person to attract the person that I want. Yeah, sure. But as far as like if I was to get premarital counseling, you absolutely have to be married, and at least for 20 years, meaning like you done went through some trenches.
Yeah.
To get here. Yeah.
Yeah. Polaris, I love the testimonies coming through. I love this. I'm married to God and I'm good with no sex, but I'm old and repentant for younger indiscretions. So I feel you, Miss Polaris. But she was married. She was married for a period of time, and she has children, so she can absolutely say she know and she done been there, she know what it is.
Hmm.
So thank you, Polaris, Miss Polaris, for that. Yeah, she know what it is. She done been there. She done tasted that, and she's like, I'm good. I'm done with that. And oh, this is what I want to say before I forget. Oh, it just left my brain again. Shoot, what was I gonna say? I forgot. It'll come to me.
I hate when
It'll come back to me. What was y'all gonna say? Did y'all have any other thoughts?
No.
No.
I think it's just showing me that I this has opened up my eyes. This one little thing, because I'm like, yeah, that's a good point. Like, listen to everybody's stuff with a grain of salt, because you never know. They could be having you in a trick bag, And who knows if they're happy behind the scenes. There's so many movies about people that are like seemingly so happy, and then they get home and their husband's beating them up.
Yeah.
Beating up them.
Yeah. Yeah. For real though. For real. And I just want to continue to reiterate for single women to understand that when you get married, it is a battle. We should not be expecting marriage to be this perfect, happy, laying on the beach, holding hands, beautiful. There will be times that you feel that way, but it ain't going to be like that 24/7. A lot of it is, reality. And a lot of it is, you dealing with another human being with problems and baggage and thoughts and emotions and struggles and pains and stuff. And as a woman, you have to be willing and ready to be there to hold him when he's down, and not expect him to never be down, or not expect him to never, to always be stable. There will be instability, especially when you get married for a long time. When you've been married after, when you've been married for a while, there are going to be times and moments of instability. I mean, and I'm not, like I said, I have to keep saying this. I ain't talking about abuse. I'm not talking about financial abuse, meaning he's withholding resources. I'm not talking about emotional abuse. I'm not talking about them situations. I'm talking about regular, good old life where folks is just going through the motions of life. Renee said, marriage is real life. Real life is messy. It is all about how we each handle the messes. Oh, I like that. Indeed. I like that. What a man said, God is love. It's better than any sex. Amen. Sounds cliche, but I'm serious. Praise him. Yeah, God is love. And that's where it is. Really the love, and really the love for God. Your love for God will hold and sustain your marriage when you're not necessarily feeling like you're loving that person. Because you're not always going to feel in love. I'm not in love. We're not in love anymore. That's BS. That feeling of being in love is temporary. And thank you, Laura, reminded me. That's what I was going to say. You can never really truly know how much you love a person until you've been married to them for an extended period of time. When you've gone through hell together, when you've come out the mud together, when you've cried together, fought together, that's when you learn love. You can't, it's very difficult to understand how to love someone in the beginning.
Because you don't know what you're loving yet.
So that feeling of, I'm not really in love. I'm not in love. That's BS. Don't believe that logic, because half the time people are feeling in love with people that may not necessarily be healthy for them. But the feeling that whatever that feeling that person gives them is pleasurable, even if it's unhealthy. So it's like, that's why you got to let God pick your person, because only God can tell who that person is truly and who that person will be 20, 30, 40 years down the line. So you might not like everything about them at that moment. Oh, well, he's not this, and he's not tall, and he's lacking this, and he's lacking this. If God is saying that's your husband, that's what you better go on, because he could be looking like he got all those things in the beginning. 20, 30 years down the line, that stuff start dwindling, where he might got money when you meet him, but he go in to get into some bad debts and all kind of stuff, and then he got $1 million when you meet him, and then he $2 billion in the hole down the line. You know what I'm saying? So let the Lord choose your person. Renee said that is truth. I'm gonna tell him now.
I wish there were more, like, so you know how like all these podcasts that are out like trying to teach the opposite, people like how to find a man, how to find a woman. I wish that there were more podcasts. It would be more so trending on how to just be a better person.
Yeah, right.
I wish there were more podcasts, more videos, more channels That's why I like watching. That's why I actually watch your channel, Mom. But like, I wish there were more where they teach. This is how you become someone who knows how to give. This is what this is. And if you don't know how to give, because some people really don't know. Some people don't know how to give love properly. Some people don't know how to care, support emotionally, or like some people really have no clue because they never experienced that. I wish there were more videos, podcast channels who taught people instead of like, this is what you need to be expecting in a relationship. If they don't do this, that, and the third, it should be like, this is what you can learn to bring into. I wish there were way more, but there's not enough. That's why we got everybody expecting and not being willing to give nothing.
That's it.
Yeah, that's exactly like one of the reasons I feel like I'm single now. Cause I don't know what video it was that we did or that we watched or something. And we were like all in the comments and like you were saying stuff and I was like, yeah, I don't do that. I don't do that either. I don't do that. I definitely don't do that. No, I'm never gonna do. Okay, I should probably not do that. Like it was just so much that I was really watching and like seeing that I don't do. And I was like, that's probably why all my relationships be like, now it ain't all on me. But let me just make that clear. It ain't all on me. They crazy too. But I can really take accountability for me. But I will say, I have had my share of moments of probably things that I shouldn't have done when it came to being in a relationship. But they don't want to teach people how to be better people because I don't know. I actually don't know why. I actually don't know. I don't know why they don't do that.
That's a good question. Indeed. Yeah. So what a man said, why y'all not teaching it? They all gonna have channels.
Because I'm learning myself.
Right. Trying to
I don't know. I'm not, before you try to teach someone, that's like someone who's, a math teacher and they ain't even graduate in algebra.
I just said I don't know. I just said.
He said, scratch that. Y'all doing that now. He took it back. That's what he's doing.
Why don't y'all do that?
Yeah. Well, we'll be getting ready to come out here. If anybody has any last thoughts, put it in the comments. A couple of things I want to say. I watched both of these videos and I think I watched most of hers, but I watched all of Steven Speaks. And a couple of things I want to point out that they said both of them did say, they said a lot of things in line with each other. Both of them said longevity is not an indicator of a successful relationship. And my response to that is I have to say I don't agree. Because when you see people, even if they're not happy that they're staying together, you may not want that. You may not want that for yours, but they are representing and showing what commitment means. That's my point number one. It may not be what you want. You may not want what they got, but they are showing what commitment is. I'm staying in it whether I'm happy or not. That's what commitment is. That's number one. Number two, another thing that they both said was that with the relationships. That was one of the main things. It's like a lot of people don't, longevity is not whatever. I don't agree. I think if people are willing to stay together, happy or unhappy, that's what commitment is.
Yeah. And
what it is. It's not your vows don't say, oh, we're going to stay together as long as I'm happy. That's not what the vows say. And when you have two people in a marriage that are unhappy, it's not the marriage that's the problem. It's those two individuals that have not found happiness in and of themselves. And people are not going to agree with that. I don't care. But that's my thoughts. That's my opinion. And I'm sticking to it.
I agree.
Renee said, and it may be a temporary trial in their marriage. Commitment matters. Amen. Yes, for real. It's like you might see folks in a bad space with them right now, but things can improve. And there may have been a time where things were better and things can improve. And you see a lot of kids, a lot of people when they're young don't want to get married because they see how their parents are. If you don't want to be like your parents, fine. Don't be like your parents, but don't have a thought about marriage because of how your parents do marriage. That's how they do marriage. You do marriage your way. You do it. You make your relationship the way you and your person want your relationship to be. But everybody want to blame marriage. Everybody want to blame like marriage is a problem, like they, whatever. So
I feel like now we're living in a time where like instant gratification is so big. Like just like the way like our day-to-day life is, like our phones, instant. Like everything that we do now is instant. Like there's not many things that we have to wait for or wait on.
Yeah.
So like the big processes in life, like a marriage to get better, people don't want to wait on that.
Yes.
They don't want to wait through that. They don't want to wait with you with that. Like even if they got kids, it's just, you know, fuck them kids, you know,
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
happy no more, and you're
Yeah.
not, I'm not instantly gratified. So I mean, that's what a lot of people do. Is
Yeah.
there's instant gratification is really big where we are right now. So if it's not instant, then fuck it. For real.
I also think that, like, in addition to what I was saying, like, it's also it's okay to get a divorce in America. So when we see people who are looking unhappy, we can say, girl, why you still with him and you're not happy? Because it's a thing. It's okay to get a divorce in America. But I think that if it wasn't as easy, divorce is still hard, don't get me wrong, but I think that if it wasn't so accessible to get a divorce, then it wouldn't be such a thing to question why somebody is staying in a marriage. I think like now, because like you can easily get, why ain't get the alimony, girl? He stressing you out, get that alimony. He not cheating or abusing you, but you know, you're not happy, so you can get that. You know, think about yourself. It's all about you and your.
He's not listening to you. He's not.
But I think that if we lived in how a lot of these countries are, where they don't do that at all, then it wouldn't be such an encouraging thing. It would be more so where we would motivate each other on how to actually stay in that marriage. Like, oh, you're not happy? Okay, this is how you could, you know, fix that.
And it's not even just marriage. I feel like it's inconvenience too. Like, what's it called? In school, we were learning about like nursing homes and stuff, and how, like she said, in other countries, they don't like their family stayed together forever. Like the older mom and the dad and all that, they stay together. No matter how inconvenient it is that you got to push him up the stairs, he go stay in that house. Out here, you know, grandma is looking a little messed up. She gonna have to go to the nursing home. Like that's just how we are. Like with inconvenience, when something's inconvenient, we throw it away. We don't want it no more, even if it is your mom. It's just too much. But people do for what they value. Like school, for instance. When COVID hit, they wasn't going to get rid of school. They found a way to bring school home. We was gonna do school because
that was the easiest school we'll ever did.
Man, they like, we value school. We not getting rid of that. What we gonna do? Everybody's sick and dying, but we still going to school. Okay, everybody got a laptop. We're gonna start doing Zoom because it's what people value. But when it comes to their parents, it's like, I'm just too busy. Like, just got too much going on. Just take her down the street. Like, it's whatever. Like, that's just how they do it. And it's like instant gratification, inconvenience. That's what a lot of people are on these days. Because in other countries, they don't do that.
No, they
look at us like we're crazy when we give our family to the.
Oh yeah. B said, easier said than done. I had to deprogram from the negativity and sour outlook of my lonely, angry Black mother. She was miserable, married, and alone. It sucks, but that'll do it. What a man said, shouldn't get married if you're doing it for them to make you happy. Right. Exactly. And guess what? If you're unhappy single, getting married ain't gonna make you happy. And if you're unhappy married, being single ain't gonna make you happy.
Clarify those things.
Yeah.
CT and married.
That
lady is something else.
She started wilding out. And I want to clarify a couple things. I was telling my youngest daughter. So, when you look at your relationship with your siblings, your relationship with your parents, your relationship with everybody in your life, your relationship with your spouse is going to resemble all of those relationships. Your marriage he's going to sometimes be like your father. He's going to sometimes be like your brother. He's going to be like your cousin and your uncle. It's just those relationships are all going to be wrapped up in one when you're married. It's all going to be very similar. I asked Riri, how are you going to feel when you get married and your relationship with your husband is similar to your relationship with your brother? She's like, no, please, no.
I dated a guy and I felt like I was dating my little brother.
I want women to understand this. The longer you're with someone, you're gonna have moments where y'all's relationship is gonna cross lines. Like sometimes he's gonna be like your father, like, nah, you can't do that. No, and you're gonna be like, what? Why? You know, you're gonna feel like a little girl, and it's gonna be sometimes you're gonna be like his mother, like, no, hell no, we ain't doing that. You know, and it just gonna be like that sometimes. So people don't like to hear that. People don't like, but I'm like, I'm right. I'm here to tell the people. I want people to understand the truth about marriage. All that fantasy garbage. I'm so sick of it. Because if I went by all of these standards and these social whatever, I would be miserable. I know Tia said you said you had stuff to do.
Oh, yeah, I have to jet, and my
Okay.
computer's about to die.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I loved it. This is awesome.
Thanks for coming
so
through. We'll finish up,
much.
but we won't take that much longer. You can do your thing. We love you. Bye,
Love
Tia.
Love you.
But yeah, I just wanted to clarify those couple of things. Do you ladies have any last thoughts or words?
No, just think if you see, a marriage that you're not desiring, do the opposite.
The opposite.
Oh, well, that's what they did. All right, so let me make sure I don't do that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Don't do what they do, and let the Lord guide and dictate your every move in marriage, out of marriage, and enjoy your singleness. As long as you enjoy your singleness and appreciate your singleness, when it does come your time, you will be able to value and appreciate that man. So, any last thoughts in the comments? The few people we have in here, thank you guys so much. Renee came through today. What a Man came through today. B came through, and Rajay. Thanks everybody for watching. I appreciate you guys so much. I hope that was a blessing to all of you. And yeah, those are my last thoughts. That's all I got to say about that. Just let anybody have any last words. Yeah, don't get married to be happy. Get married to be a blessing, to change the narrative. Be a blessing to your husband. Get married. I said be a blessing. Get married to be a blessing to your husband, to build a family, to give God glory. Don't do it to make you happy. Don't do it thinking it's going to make you happy. You'll be very disappointed. And so will your partner. Thanks, B. Yeah, so thanks you guys. I love you guys. Thanks for coming through. I know y'all are so tired. And we'll see y'all in 2 weeks. Catch us in 2 Sundays. The next one, so not next Sunday, which is we're already done with February. So March 9th.
Dang.
March 2nd? No, March 9th. March 2nd.
It's second, right?
The March 2nd. March 2nd.
I was
March
about to
2nd.
say, come on now. I know time ain't going that fast.
No, March 2nd is our next one. So catch us episode 3, March 2nd. And again, thank y'all for coming through. That was an excellent episode. You guys are so fun and interesting. And I love you guys.
Love you.
Love you.
Love you, best friend.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't done that yet. Deuces, y'all.
Bye.